Yo guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a freaking fantastic day. So I finally got some time off from my studies. I've got like 10 minutes, so I'm just quickly going to record this and I'll edit it later and send it up. But what we're going to speak today about is multiple LODs. As you can see in the right hand, top right hand, we've got 3 LODs here and we've got our collider. So in the last video I spoke about colliders and LODs, okay? And in this video I will speak about how to set up the colliders and answer a few questions about multiple LODs, okay? So let's get straight into it, and then afterwards I'll just talk to you guys on about some stuff going on and why I'm not as active on the YouTube stuff anymore as I used to be. It's not permanent. It's just temporary, just for now, just for a few months. But let's get into it. So as you can see here, these are the trenches that I've been working on. They work in game perfectly fine, and soon, I say soon, once I've broken free from studies, or initial preparing for university and assignments and stuff, I will be uploading this and a few other versions to the workshop, which map makers will be able to place on their maps and model around. It won't be GM placeable though. Note, it will not be GM placeable. Anyway, as you can see here, E1, entrance 1, we've got 1 LOD 0, 2 LOD 1, and then a third LOD 2. Remember, LODs always start from 0. Okay, so the first one will be seen from 200 meters. Second one will be seen from 150, and the first one, oh, it's the opposite way around, but the second one will be seen about from 100 to 50 meters. Now I'm going to drag your attention to, like I said in the previous video, the 4K version. The 4K version, currently, if I select all, I go into edit mode, press A, select all of the vertices, you can see in the top corner that it is heavy. So it's got around 60,000 faces. So this is a high quality model, high poly model as well. I'm not too sure. It runs well in the game. I don't get any FPS drops or anything like that, even though I spawned some AI. So it should be fine. And then if we go to object mode, select the second one, you'll see here on the right hand side that I've got interesting, very interesting. On the right hand side, you'll see that in the modifiers tab right here, where you add modifiers like boolean, bevel, and all that type of things, I've added decimate. So here in the previous video, I've set it to 0.6. Now you can see the face count after this modifier's been added in. You'll see that it's 72,000. Now the reason why it's 72,000 is because I clicked triangulate. If I uncheck triangulate, which is nice for game versions, games handle triangles better than n-gons, so that's cool. So I click triangulate. It's 72,000 faces, which isn't too bad. And this one will be seen from about 100 meters. Secondly, click on this one, and you can see that this one is significantly smaller, with about 36,000 faces, and it's triangulated. So if I unselect triangulation, you will see that it's 22,676. But we like triangles. Anyway, and then I drag your attention. Just going to drag and drop you onto this UTM, which is our collider. And as you can see here, it's got 5,000 472 faces. Now, for the purposes, the reasons for the purposes of this video, I'm just joking. No, sorry. This the faces are this low because you will not be able to see the collider. It's just there so that you don't fall straight through the model. Okay, this white, as you can see here, the white that's showing through, that's the collider. So obviously you can bring that down to like less than the less faces, the better. But you don't want the white to come straight through. Let me show you. It will be better if I show you. So for example, this right here. Come on, work with me. There we go. So for example, this, it could work. 100% it could work. But how I found it in the game when I tested it on a very low ratio like this is I was popping, my character wasn't very well placed on the floor of the trench. It was almost like it was colliding with invisible objects, you could say. It just didn't work very well. So what I did find is 0.005 was good. Oh, was it 0.05? Yeah, this one. This was good. The reason why is when I walked into the trench, I didn't bug, or I didn't hop up and down. I didn't get stuck on invisible objects, which is weird. So it's very important when you try and build your own models, take it into Blender, sort it out, take it into Infusion, test it. Test. Okay, guys, just keep on testing. It is a very long process, but once you've got the gist of it, once you've got once you did that final check and it works perfectly, the feeling that you get is amazing. Same with this one over here. So for this one, which is long 1, the LOD again, and the UTM again, very small, 2,241 faces, big. Faces are in this entire section. Now, I know if I go into edit mode, it looks like this. Don't worry about it. Once you export anything in Blender, I've tested this. Once you export anything in Blender that has a modifier applied to it, let's say for example a window or something like that, a house with a window in it or anything like that, if you export the house with the boolean attached to it, that boolean is applied when it exports and you will see the hole when it's in Fusion Engine. So that's pretty cool. That's something which is pretty cool. However, I do still recommend that you do apply everything. If you do apply, remember to make backups of everything. I mean, you don't have to apply them. It's really up to you. But if you apply anything with a modifier, always make sure that you have a backup of that model before you applied it, because sometimes throughout the process you mess up and you want to go back, but your undo steps are too many or too little, or something went wrong, I don't know. Then it's always nice to be able to delete the one that you messed up and go back to where you started off from. So that's pretty cool. All you do to duplicate is just Shift D, and then you duplicate and drag it off to the side. Okay, drag it off to the side like that, over there. Okay. Next up, we've covered the multiple LODs, and then we just need to check setting up your LODs and your you don't have to set up your LODs. You just need to make sure that you name them correctly. LOD 1. Just always make sure that you set them up perfectly. Okay. And then for your colliders, okay, for your colliders, you want to make sure that the, sorry guys, so I had to stop the video because I went to my home screen and I saw like my home screen is a possible spoiler for Arcane Season 2. So I was like, no way I'm spoiling this for you guys. So I just had to stop the video, like cut it right there. So like I was saying, with the uh, with, with the I lost my track completely. With the colliders, what you want to do is you want to make sure that your infusion engine, okay, that your infusion engine is running. You want, it has to be running, otherwise it's not going to work, okay? So it can just be this window, okay? Then you're going to go to select your UTM, which is your collider. Go to the infusion tools, okay? Collider setup, okay? What you're going to do here, okay, this little window is going to pop up. And then you're going to go game material. You're going to set it to the game material that you want your material to be inside of the game. Okay, glass, fabric, dirt. So this will be the material that if you shoot at it, it's going to make the sound. It's going to give the sound of that certain material when hit by a bullet. And it's also going to give you the visual effect like dirt spitting up or sparks flying off if it's metal, or fabric it's gonna rip. So it depends what you're gonna use it for, but there's a lot here, even metal, armor, all of these things. So dirt, that's trenches obviously. And then layer presets, terrain, and that's just going to be a terrain, okay? So if you're making anything like terrain wise, putting it inside of the terrain or anything like that, it's just going to be terrain. We've got tree here, we've got vehicle here, ladder. I haven't played around with any of these guys, so I'm not too sure about any of these. I think they're most of them are pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, I'm just saying, if you comment about this, about any other of these, I am just going to make an assumption. I will not know exactly. If you do want to know more, join the Discord. We've got a lot of knowledgeable people in there, and we're going to apply this right there. So once you've applied it, it should change color. So to the color, to the type that you chose, like dirt or anything like that, it will change to a pink or blue or green or whatever. So this is a light pink. And yeah, once you're ready, select everything like this. File, export, FBX. Export, FBX. You're gonna come here, okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're going to get selected objects, okay? Empty. This one, this one, this one. Custom objects. Armature. Add leaf bones, unselect that, okay? Anything else you don't have to worry about. And then just export. Once you've exported it, it should pop up like one of these little AK 105 or 103 FBX, okay? Once you've got it in the FBX form, all you do is you drag it and drop it from your files into one of your custom assets, custom model folders that you made inside of your project, okay? You're just gonna drag and drop it from the files into here, and then say yes to all. It's gonna come up with a little pop-up, and then you're gonna say yes to all, which is cool. Alrighty. Well, if you do have any questions about any more of these things, I want to keep it short. If you do have any questions about any of these, join the Discord or pop a comment in the comments, and I will be sure to answer you. These days I don't have as much time as I used to have due to assignments and all these things, preparing for university, trying to get my portfolio up and running, so that is taking a lot of my time. I don't have a lot of free time anymore these days. So what I do want to do is I do want to get involved in the community. I still want to be involved in the community, and once this stressful period has passed, I am looking forward to getting back with you guys and making more content. Just for the time being, it's very difficult to make content, spend time working, studies, and well, all the other basic needs of the day. So what I would say is, if you want to keep up to date with all the modding projects happening in, well, most of Arma 3, Arma Reforger, well, not most of them, but the exciting parts, join the Discord. There are a lot of nice guys in there. Fantastic community. We've got one person working on buildings, very knowledgeable guy, very nice guy. So just approach him. He's rather active. Let me see if I've got him on here. So let's bring it in. So last little bit. So we've got our general area, general's talking area, and then we've got our separate sections for each individual person that wants to specialize in that section. So we've got the scripting area, 3D modeling area, map picks, so people share maps. Lake Stan, beautiful. This little Mr. Rick, I'm gonna call you Rick, is working on a beautiful map, so long, guiding him on the way. There are a lot of beautiful guys in this, guys and girls, and amazing people in this Discord, so I would highly recommend you joining. And then we've got a new section for map making, which is dedicated to the map makers. And yeah, I've got some exciting events planned for these guys in the future, so yeah, hope to see you there. Anyways guys, I think I've taken up enough of your time, and I will say see you later. Take care, like and subscribe for more. See you later guys, cheers.